Hey Guild Wars 2 players, I'm here Echoes again, and I'm gonna show you some gameplay footage of Thief in World vs. World roaming around. Alright, let's look at, I'm not in the actual, my server's originally YaxBen, but I'm going into other players' area, because usually when you're playing your own server, you have to run a lot more than the other two. And Eternal Battleground is the hardest to run around with. Okay, let's start out with this. See right there? Alright, let's go. Let's start out with this, right here.
Come on, hit me! I'll hit back.
Ah, great, there it is. Down right there. All you have to do is finish. There we go. Sorry for being very choppy. I'm not exactly sure why the choppy, but I'll just hope it'll be. Alright, so the point of the thing is, let me turn on my Shadow Refuge. Alright, let's start with the skills. For right here, what I have here is, my typical short bow and 2 pairs of daggers. And daggers by far have the biggest burst damage in PvP, so, that's what I would like to use as much. Let's go over to the utility skills. We have Hiding Shadows, one of your biggest and best heal in the game for Thief, and we have Infiltrated Signet, Signet of Shadows, and Shadow Refuge. These 3 are what I like to use to help me out with my PvP. Usually, sometimes I don't think my steel is enough for me to get to the enemy, so I have to keep up my Infiltrated Signet while I was at it. And I also have Signet Shadows also, so I can run a lot more. And I have my Shadow Refuge, is your biggest escape move, and I'll show you how to use it in the middle of the game. Here we go, we're finding another enemy right here. Usually, your goal is to stay out of all the big fights, like this, and ready, right. Let's start out with, there you go. Here we are, right there. Oh, another close. There we go. Oh, she's not good. You need to get out of this situation. This is how you do it. Turn on your Shadow Refuge when you need it, and you stay in here. Because usually when you stay in here, you usually stack up your stealth. While you do that, you have, for a very long time, you need to overload it right here. You need to take your advantage within 2 seconds of stealth left and get out of here. This is how you play as a roamer. And you keep your distance while you can. Stay away from all the big fights, and then move up with your team. And then if you're roaming around, the point of the game is to keep your distance in most areas, and then pick off whoever that's left behind. So I'm gonna go back here again and take a look and see who's there. There's one over there. The last time we did it, there was a big amount of people there, so I wouldn't want to fight them right now. I'm just gonna tail. The point is you need to. Oh shoot! There's another area over there. Turn into your short bow and blast yourself over there. Get yourself out of there while you can. Alright, I usually keep my part behind here so I can look behind. I put the key on 0 or 3 on my number pad so I can look back if I need to. And right here, you see, most of them started running back. So you can't exactly fight them if you're being the one ambushed first. If you are the one who's taking control of the fight, you need to start off first if you want to win. That's the only way a thief can actually fight it. So for now, since I'm free, I might as well need to collect my what do you call it? Your situational split. You need to try and stack that up while you can if you want to do the consistent major damage in the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it right now and just kill everything. Just try to get some stacks into the fight. So now I'm here with 3 stacks. So in other words, 30 power. And you're just gonna stand here and try as much as you can to get your stuff. The point of the thing is to not lose a lot of your stacks in the middle of the fight. So as soon as you know you cannot handle the fight, you have to get out of there as soon as you can. All right, let's see. Oh, let's go over the traits for this one. For traits, I usually do 25, 30, and 15. I usually don't put 30 in, even though it's a nice 50 additional points. There's nothing really worth it in the last 50 area right here. There's the Applied Venom, Last One Extra Strike, and Panic Strike and So-So. These aren't exactly too good. I don't recommend it. Like, there's not much you can call it immobilize for 4 seconds right there, which is nice in some areas, but I felt like I don't need it when you actually use Basilisk Venom and everything. You don't see if I use it right here because I actually just left from PvE to PvP, so I haven't had time to actually do it. I put 30 in Critical Strike because Critical Strike is your main damage area. You want to put the first one in Furious Retaliation. You gain Fury for 10 seconds when your opponent reaches 50% health. And you can either go with 5 Precision and convert into Vitality. That's just to build a little bit more tankiness, or you can go with gain 2 Initiative when you activate a Signet. That one because I used to Infiltrator Signet an awful lot, but you don't have to do that. The other thing I recommend though, however, is this one. 7% chance to critical when hitting a foe from the side or behind. This one will help you in your backstab. I typically don't put it in because I know I have this one in here. I use this 100% stealth while critical while in stealth. It's gonna take off a majority of your damage after the 50% area, but if you want to down somebody first, you might definitely have to have this rather than relying purely on the critical from your armor and everything. So that's part of the trade area. The last part, it would be just getting up to maximum 15 initiative. I felt like 12 initiative was way too little, and it wasn't enough for you to burst all your combos together. So you put 15 in here, and last but not least, the thrill of the crime. So when you steal, all nearby enemies gain Fury and Might. This is basically your secondary infiltrator the Signet. One of the main ones you actually use first. So you press number 5. Let's start with the combo sequence. So you start right here. You're gonna go 5 and then 5 and this, going straight in there and right behind the enemy, block it off, do the same thing again. Your steal technically does damage, so you can actually just pop off your steal if you need the critical damage right there. And stealing also gives you some initiatives, if I remember right there, 3 initiatives. So that's a big number you might like. And most of the areas, you need to start saving your initiatives, so you want to use your auto attack as much as you can on the enemy. Your auto attack is pretty much deadly, so it's nice enough when you have this kind of these kind of traits and everything. You have basically the majority of the damage. You can see right here, absolutely no defense. So you need to control your timing and everything. Once you know when to leave the battle, when to run away, and when to strike. Those are the 3 main things as a thief. Let's go over armor. You can see my very nice white armor right here. This is a celestial dye right here. It's basically probably the whitest white in the game. The other color would be the white dye, but I haven't actually seen it before, so I don't think it's compared too much to this because this is pretty much blunt white right here. Let's go over my armor. My armor, I have basically Berserker's Emblazone helmet, and then all the Emblazone armor. The sigils I use, the rune I use is of the pack, power 100 precision and 90 power. There's one other one I can recommend. It would be the I think it was called the Superior Rune of the Divinity. Divinity puts all stats up by 10 per stack, so you have like 60 stats on every armor, 60 of every stats, along with 12% crit damage per armor. I recommend that better than this. I just bought this one because it was a lot cheaper. This is more for all-around style. I wasn't much of a fan of the crit damage, pure crit damage, without the actual thing with the crit. This thing is okay when you go into backstab. It's focused a lot more on the backstab build, but that's all you have for the burst. I know it's a lot better in some areas. Oh shoot, I need to run. It's a lot better in some areas, but I don't recommend it because if you need more of a consistent damage in your lead build than a burst. I know sometimes burst is actually better, but most of the time in this area they survive the burst, because when you actually have either the better armor than they do, either way, you can't exactly burst down most of these people. So what I recommend of the pack, you have consistent damage and you still have a high power gain through each armor. It's a lot better than balanced armor. And you guys might ask a lot why I don't use the Assassin Signet. This one, Because I felt the power, you don't really need that. A lot of people, if they want to burst down in like one go, you can actually add that into there and then turn on your signet right away. But when you're in the middle of the battle like this, you don't want to burst down one of your signet and use one of your utility skills. That is going to be a waste. You need since this build consists of pure flat damage, and without the assassin signet, you need at least one escape. So I put shadow refuge and hide in shadow. It would be your nice escape. Another question would be why you guys don't have why I don't use the shadow step. It's because when you actually use infiltrator signet, you're going full offense. You're gonna go right straight at your enemy for a little bit, and then you need to run. And your assassin, shadow step is more. You can move around a lot more, but this is a lot more control. So if you want it simple, all you need to do is just pop up the infiltrator signet straight at the enemy. It's more what I recommend. Simplicity rather than complex. I mean, maybe later on I might do it, but right now I just want to get things really easy, simple enough for it. And alright, let's go. Let's try the sequence right here. Basilisk Venom. Here we go. Let me show you the sequence on the enemy. So you turn on Basilisk Venom, and then you turn that signet right on the area. 6K, basically.
6 feet tall.
So that's how it usually supposed to be done. And I also recommend you to do that. Mostly, you might be able to deal maybe 12, 15K in one combo sequence. With the assassin signet turned on, also, you could do more with your backstab. But I felt like this is consistent enough damage. Let's see. You can see right here. We're actually having a hard time fighting right this area. So I'm just gonna start roaming around and I'll show you the gameplay of this. Oh, there's one. There it goes. Oh, there's more than one actually. So you need to start turning everything on. Oh shoot, there it goes. And you start running, and then pop your shadow. You need to hide on this area. You can't take on two people at once, so you need to be careful in this area. Right here. You might want to take on that person. There you go.
They'll have to hit much harder.
Straight down. Right there, on the floor. This is how it's best works. See, you basically hide yourself until you're ready to take out. This is what I like to do. That's what the this combo sequence you're supposed to do. You can see the amount of burst that I can do just straight off by doing that combo. All right, let's do it again. We need you want to stay out of all that big fight. Let them chase you and make your area first before you start doing the major damage. See, you take advantage of the terrain also. You can see in third-person view, because this game is built as third-person rather than first-person.
Feedback
You can hide behind rocks like this, and nobody can actually see you through this area. That's as a thief. You might thief and elementalists who use daggers and all sorts of whole nuke and no defense. You might want to take advantage of your terrain. This is my best advice to give you when you're in War vs. World and even structure PvP. This is your best choice. So you can hide right here. You can still see people all over the place. They can't see you, however. So it's a big advantage. What you can do right here, let me see. Let's see, we're green, right? So we're most likely stuck and kind of barred up around here. So I'm gonna make an attempt to see if I can take off some people. Like right there, there's usually beats. Here we go. Ready? Start off, and here goes. Right there. Right there. Straight off the bat. Turn on your right here, and then that should do. Why he didn't get the fear on me? I'm not sure. I might have assumed that I turned on my shadow refuge right at the moment, so he couldn't fear me. So that's the combo sequence that you're supposed to use. You can basically pick off all the people right there, and you just wait till your things cool down again, and then redo it again. This is the core of an assassin as you roam around and nuke all your players. Let's start off again, maybe one more. Give me a second, and let me find it. 3, 2, 1. All right, there's a veteran guard. You don't want to fight those right now alone. So your best choice would probably be to You don't want to go in there also and start nuking everything. So you hide behind here. Then make sure you have... Oh, there it is, right there. Ready? Watch this again, and... Right there, same thing again.
Tall.
Start off, you run again. See? Make sure you watch your area, and then you can pick off everybody. This is what the core of being an assassin. You can solve the major damage without even the use of the assassin signet. All you have to do is just combo all three of them together, and you can basically nuke a lot of people. Just watch out for guardians and warriors, because most of them have the tankiness and the heavy armor to knock out most of your damage. But I recommend you to do you stick with your damage, pick off the lower enemies, maybe the rangers and other thieves, but just watch out for mesmers. Mesmers, warriors, and guardian are probably your worst enemies. Mesmers, if you fail to do your combo one time, you need to run out. You need to run right away, because mesmers, if you don't take advantage of the area, mesmers will take advantage of you the longer you fight with them. Because they usually take time to spawn out all their clones, and once they spawn out all their clones, you're practically gonna have a hard time finding out which one is the right one. And those clone masters actually hurt you just by dealing damage right there. So if you're doing damage to mesmer clones, you get confusion and you get hurt so much. So I honestly don't recommend taking 1v1 with a mesmer unless you know you can take them down in 1 or 2 seconds. Alright, here we go. Oh, jeez, this guy's still dead. So, I'm just a small preview of what to look out at the thief. They do have one of the highest quick bursts in the game, but that's only if you build it correctly, and then you try and stack up your bloodlust. That is the main core. I put bloodlust on my bow, and on my daggers, I have these are just transmuted daggers. But what to look for is it's kind of like a berserker stats. Also, 90 power, 64 precision, and 5 critical damage, and your superior situal force. So more damage on your daggers. The reason why I put damage rather than any other stats, because when you put damage, all you need is right here. Hitting killer, you basically knock out about 8 to 10k and 15k all when you crit anyway. So that's what I recommend you to do. This probably the best stats you can find in there. Short bow would be situal power. Same thing with the short bow. You put like kind of berserker stats. So berserker pearl needle of the bloodlust, and put superior situal bloodlust on there. The bloodlust is probably about 3 gold or 2 gold depending on the price, and if you're lucky, you might be able to get it for under under 2 gold. This is my best advice to get right here. And for these, I haven't exactly updated too well on these, but I can tell you which one you might want. This is probably the one I bought recently. It's called Ruby Oracle Amulet of the Berserker. This is what you might need for to finish off your build. This is more crit damage along in this area. So you have about 25, 15 precision, and all that kind of stuff. Mostly another berserker part. For the rings, carrion rings of the let's start with this one. This is these aren't I haven't updated these yet because I just picked them off from monster drops. But exotic, you want to focus on the same stats. The most important stats are power, precision, and crit damage. These are your main core. And thanks again for watching, and I just show you a couple of examples of pick-off kills and instant nuke. Just make sure the tips are this. Watch out for your area. Go in, go out. So basically, you want to pick off one of them one by one. You don't want to you want to choose your fight. So you don't want to be going in a fight where you're gonna fight 2 or 3 people at the same time. Like this one, fight, and then right here, pop up with dagger. Oh shoot! Now you just appeared right over there. And then you go to here, and then shoot, I won't be able to catch up to it. Oh well. But just make sure you know that that's what your assassin signet. Some of the mistakes you do is switch over to your short bow and then accidentally turn on a infiltrator signet, and you end up over there without any major backstab. So just watch out for that. That's the common mistake that I have these days. But thanks again for watching, and I'll be back with you for another video.